One of the things we see often when we're talking to business sellers or people who want to sell their business is they start to crow about the level of customers they've got. And what we often find out is they've got one or two customers that are what's called customer concentration. In other words, they're too large a percentage of the overall revenue. Now, rule of thumb is if you've got a business that's a customer, that's 12% or more of your overall revenue, for a buyer, that's actually a red flag, because come settlement, once they're now the owners of your business and this large customer leaves because the relationship was with the old business owner, well, that's a big chunk of revenue they've just lost out of their business. So obviously what happens here is this is where you get earnouts. So they delay the payment, the buyers delay the payment to the sellers because of these customers being such a big percentage, and that they don't feel easy that they're always going to be around. So if you have got big customers like this, a buyer wants to see agreements in place. Now, whether they're a 12-month agreement or a 24-month agreement, but ideally the right way you want to do it is to actually understand you're selling your business, and whether it be 1, 3, 5 years time, and you've got a couple of these big customers, will go on a sales drive and try to bring on as much new business to dilute the overall value of these big chunky customers in your business, so their percentage comes down. I did work for a business once that had large retail clients, and anytime it went between 8 and 12% of overall revenue, there was what we called a prospect-a-thon. We had to get new business into the business to make sure we could dilute the overall value of these big customers that were a large chunk of the actual revenue. So this is just one way of looking at it. What we want to take away is what the potential buyers are going to find and arc up about, and obviously try to reduce the overall value of the business. And as a seller of the business, you want to extract the most value you can. So hopefully that might help. Looking at the concentration of clients, the dependency on the large clients that you may have, you need to reduce that. I hope it helps. If you want to follow for more, there'll be more coming. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.